morning everybody. It is feeling typically like spring here this morning. I'm all ready for an Aga demonstration with Cooks & Company, their very first Zoom, so that's very exciting. So I thought I'd share with you a recipe that I'm going to cook in the Aga for their demonstration today. And it is actually my chocolate Jaffa sponge. I'm just going to grab myself a spatula and I'm going to tell you what I've got in here. So inside my bowl I have 250 grams of some self-raising flour. I've got 140 grams of caster sugar and 50 grams of cocoa powder. And then to that I'm going to grab myself a fresh orange. I'm going to pop all the zest in, because I'm feeling, you know, spring. Got my daffodils, can you see daffodils on my Aga up there? Yeah, feeling great today. Are you feeling great? Anybody else feeling great there? Put your thumbs up if you are. Thank you for joining me. Brilliant. Oh, smells so fresh. And the birds were singing this morning when I woke up as well, which was always a lovely start to the day, I think. So, all that lovely zest, and try and use, if you can, whenever you're using any sort of citrus fruits, oranges, anything like that, try and use the unwaxed version, because you don't want wax in your dessert. So that's in there. So we're going to give that a little mix, just a little quick mix round up, like so. Fabulous. And then we'll set that to the side, because now, on the back of the Aga, I have in this bowl my lovely melted butter, and I've got 165 grams in there of melted butter, and to that, you don't want it hot by the way, you need to add your milk, which again is 150 millilitres, so 165 grams of melted butter and 150 millilitres of your milk. And then I'm going to pop in here 3 eggs, and you've got to make sure that butter isn't hot, otherwise you're going to end up with scrambled eggs. Free range, of course, no other will do. There's that. And we're going to give that a nice little mix round as well. Love these silicone spoons. Although I did see some gorgeous bamboo ones on Instagram recently, which I thought I might treat myself to. Really lovely. Little mix, and then your orange juice as well. So let me grab my little chopping board from down here. There we go. And fresh orange juice. Use the whole of the fruit. There we are. I'm going to pop that into my butter and milk and egg mixture. Good old squeeze. Love fresh orange juice. Nice for breakfast, isn't it, everybody? So yeah, you can really tell the difference today. It's nice and bright in here. My kitchen always reflects what's going on outside, and it's so nice to have a little bit of the outside coming inside today. So into those dry ingredients now, just tip all that mixture. Voila. And you just need to now just beat that together. You can use a mixer, but do you know what? You don't need to really. And I just like to use like a spatula, so it sort of scrapes and mixes at the same time. Wonderful. Oh, lovely and chocolatey. So it's a sponge mixture really, this is. And I like the melted butter because it just incorporates everything really, really quickly. And it kind of gives it a little bit of a head start with the next ingredient I'm going to put in, which is, of course, some baking powder. It's just 1 little sachet, or 70 grams, 70, not 70, don't put 70 in, 7 grams. There we are. Gosh, it wouldn't taste very nice with 70 grams of baking powder, would it, guys? Right, so nice mix. Oh, yes. I mean, because we're using cocoa powder, it mixes in really well, look. You can use melted chocolate as well, but we are going to use some chocolate, but I'll save that for in just a minute. Okay, and then I'm going to use here, let's move this out of the way, my Portmeirion roasting dish. This is kind of like a family dessert. Although, do you know what, you can also do individual ones of these, work really well. So I'm just going to butter it, and I always save my butter paper to do this. There we are, pop that there. And then all of that lovely chocolatey mixture is going to just tip into my dish there. And it kind of starts to level itself out. Beautiful. As I say, this is a good one to actually prepare in advance as well. You don't have to bake it straight away if you don't want to, which is great. You can keep this in the fridge for a couple of hours and then do the last bits, which I'm going to show you in a minute. Right, I'm just get rid of this bowl. Pop that out of the way. And in here, I have a bar of extra fine chocolate. I'm just going to spread that out. See that, everybody? Yeah. And a whole bar. I might save a little bit for myself. And we're going to now just pop chunks of chocolate on. So nice big chunks of chocolate on the top of that sponge mixture. Don't have to be pretty about it. This is all going to melt in. And I like to save a little bit to grate on the top as well once it's been cooked. So there we go. So about 2/3 of the bar. Put that to the side. And then behind me on the Aga, can you all see the jug? I have in here 300 millilitres of boiling water it was, and 25 grams of cocoa powder. And then what you do, you actually tip it all over the top of your sponge. Now, if you're going to do this and bake later, then just put this before you bake. There we go. I'm going to come and show you that in a minute. Let me just get rid of my jug. So inside now, we have that lovely chocolate sauce sitting on top of the sponge, and then that's going to go into my Aga, into the baking oven. Second set of runners from the top, and it's going to take between 30 and 40 minutes. Don't have an Aga, cook it at a 180, and it should take roughly the same amount of time. And I'll put a picture up on Instagram when it's done. So that's me, live for 5. See you all, got to rush, off to Cooks and Company.